We have to worry about microphones now, right?
Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. So what are we doing? I was wondering if my scarf is in the way. Delete that. Off record.
We are here at Pocahontas County today. You want me to look at you?
Do you have a slide rule that's just about pipe sizes?
I'm moving back here actually because I feel like my nose is gonna drip.
What is the leading cause of dry skin? A towel. Hi,
Rachel.
Jennifer, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Great.
So we're going to be talking about sheet pan meals. I don't know if you've seen those on Pinterest lately.
Yes.
Iowa State University Extension has had a partnership with KCRG TV9 out of Cedar Rapids. I go on and talk about a pertinent nutrition topic. We're going to highlight a Spend Smart, Eat Smart recipe, the easy roasted veggies.
Great.
And then we're going to add some fish to that to make it a complete meal.
Well, let's shop. So how many programs do you do in a week? Like that you actually
Deliver.
yeah.
I would say I typically am teaching 1.5 to 2 days a week. Most of my classes involve some kind of certification component of them. So I teach Serve Safe, which is now required for the Certified Food Protection Manager. Okay, let's go. So we got green, red, yellow, orange, bell peppers, all good options.
And the more colorful the vegetable, the more healthy the plate, right?
Yes, I like using the frozen fish just because it's a little less costly, and it also has the pieces already individually portioned, and then you can just grab out what you need from the freezer in case you don't need the whole bag. So the recipe is pretty easy. It's just 5 cups of assorted vegetables. So I guess typically what I like to do for a segment is I'll make a batch of the recipe, and then I can have it to take a picture of to promo.
We got a little over 2 cups.
There you go. Those look great.
145.
All right. Oh, look at all those yummy vegetables.
Ooh, that actually
What do you
looks
think?
kind of good because it sort of brings out all the.
colors.
Yeah. Thank you for having me
Thank you for
and showing me
coming.
about your day to day and the kinds of things that you do, and we're looking forward to seeing your names and seeing what I do on the other side of the fence.
I'm very excited. A trip to Ames is always good. So thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And I keep telling myself I'm going to do this, and I rarely do this.
It's so easy. It only includes 1 or 2 dishes, like you said. So we've just got a sheet pan here, and it's a good way to include multiple food groups. So vegetables are included. Fruits actually can also be a part of a sheet pan meal, and then protein as well.
We're at West Des Moines City Hall. Going to go in and meet Ross Wilburn.
Hi, Liz.
Hi,
How are
good morning.
you? Good morning.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Welcome to Navigating Difference.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be an interesting morning.
This training has 5 modules, and we're doing cultural knowledge today. This is module number 3. So again, I'm Ross, and welcome to Navigating Difference. If there understands that some type of discrimination or oppression has occurred, if that had occurred, where might be an example of prejudice, or even what might be a bias that an individual or an organization might have. They're going to draw a map, either of a neighborhood or the entire city.
Okay.
And maybe there's some advocates.
Sure.
Is there an organization that?
They could tie into, or
Yeah, you got it. Yep,
Okay.
Exactly.
And so is there a strong connection between us and any of those, or is it more of a dotted line connection where there's somewhat?
This activity, I had them think about one way that they individually have learned about a culture different than their own. It's to try and encourage them to think of creative ways to go learn about a particular community. Who is the author of that one? You can set your cell phone or your iPad or something in there, and it's just from Iowa State. So I'll give you that too.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. All right, yeah.
So how does this training impact Iowans all throughout the state?
Well, in theory, if we are providing this diversity and inclusion training for organizations around the state and they are having impact in the communities that they work in, then I think it creates an overall sense of welcoming and inclusion for a lot of different communities in the state. Great energy today, and again, the more you bring your experiences to the table, the more value I think there is out of this. See you next time. Thank you. Yep. Any questions about today or?
No, it was really, really interesting, and I really enjoyed it. I was not sure exactly what was going to happen, and so, and the group I was with was so welcoming and made it nice.
I look forward to getting together in a couple weeks to.
Yeah, no, I'm looking
share the
forward to it
experience.
as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're in Pocahontas County today, and I am about to go meet Diane Dirks and see what a day in her life looks like. Hi, Diane.
Good morning, Rachel. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you ready for me today?
I am ready for you today.
right.
Yes. Today we're going to be offering the Confinement and Manure Site Applicators Program.
Okay.
So we'll get started with all of these candies, and we have notepads
All sorts
for
of
manure
candy.
management. They either have youth events back here, they have leader trainings.
Multiple times a week?
Multiple times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. This room is what we call our small meeting room. This is what we call our marketing room or our storage area. This is where we keep our folders, kind of our extra supplies. This is our pens that we get, 500 at a time. This is our little, what we say, marketing corner. We do a lot of business, have a lot of clients that come in for these wonderful
the Iowa State Athletics
posters.
And then these.
And the calendars, yes.
So you have a lot of people that come in for these too?
We have. In fact, I take them up to the courthouse, to all of the offices up in the courthouse.
When did you paint the wall?
Actually, that was about a year ago. Actually, we split a gallon of paint between 3 counties.
Oh, really?
We did. We do share resources. It's one of the things between the counties. It's, why reinvent the wheel if we can all share a little bit. They ask us that we do a deposit at least once a week, or each county has a set dollar amount usually that it should be deposited by.
And her receipt.
Yep, and the receipt is there. And I always put the account numbers right on the tickets. The bank is right there at Pocahontas State Bank, so that's where we'll be taking this deposit to. All righty. Well, thanks, Jackie.
Thank you.
Yes, have a good day.
You too.
We're going to deliver the budget hearing, proof of publication, to the Pocahontas County Auditor. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning. This is Rachel Tendall. Hi, Rachel. And this is Kelly Jepson, Pocahontas County Auditor. And we're delivering you the proof of publication this morning.
Wonderful.
Of our budget for Pocahontas County Extension and Outreach.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for a great day today.
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming and viewing and seeing what I actually do here in Pocahontas County.
And then I'll see you at the Capitol here in a couple weeks.
Yes, all right. Thanks.
We're at the Hamilton County Extension Office where they are going to be doing a Clover Kids workshop today. Hi, Leah.
Good morning, Nicole. Okay, I haven't read through this one, so do you have any tips or pointers?
So they're going to be learning about their heart, which is perfect for Valentine's Day. Look at you being creative.
Couldn't have worked out better. I always make a PowerPoint for my day camps because otherwise I lose track of what is next.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I've got 10 things that we're going to work through today, so I hope some of them excite you.
I hope they're not exercises.
Oh, buddy, I got a story for you because there's exercise.
You're doing great.
Have a good day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Then you can put up a little bit higher on your legs.
I like that little twirl in the middle.
Can I still dance? So this is not something I've seen them do before. I think it's a great idea that they have the PowerPoint up. That's a great visual for the kids to have. I am going to definitely ask Leah to send this to me.
Hear your heart. There's our title page. And what are these bodies doing?
Exercise.
Yeah, moving around. So you can hold the tube and put it where you think I'm going to best hear your heart. So it'll be on your left side. And then I can just lean in with my ear.
face.
You should be together. Emma, you cover this here. It doesn't look like a heart on Valentine's, does it? Nope. Your heart is a strong muscle. Amanda, what do you think these love bugs do? But if you just think right now, the love bug needs to get from this number 1 to that number 5.
We're going to turn them off and back on if that happens.
So this is a really cool hands-on way for them to get to experience that coding.
So today it's Valentine's Day. They're doing a heart-themed lesson, but she's also building in roller coasters and going to talk about how that changes your heart rate. So she's being really creative in a way that I haven't seen other staff use the curriculum yet. So thank you so much for having me come check out what you do. I'm kind of jealous. And I look forward to seeing you on campus in a couple of days so I can show you what we do at the State 4-H office.
I still have like 3 hours left though.
We are in Sheffield, Iowa this morning, and Kapil Arora and myself, Abby Gaffey, are going to be kind of seeing what we do for work at Iowa State University Extension and Outreach. Hi, Kapil. I'm Abby. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good morning, Abby. Nice to meet you too. It's a cold morning this morning.
It is, and I understand that you're taking me to a farm this morning.
Yes, my title is Agricultural Engineering Field Specialist.
What kinds of things do you normally do in like your course of your day?
Get involved with folks who are looking at doing different on-field conservation practices. When you see that you have actually helped somebody solve their problem and the satisfaction that it brings with it, that's something that keeps me going.
Ah, me too.
Good morning, sir. How you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? So I went in and I started drawing where I think kind of the boundaries are, what kind of drains down to this corner over here. Some of the soils that we have in Iowa, they hold water pretty well, and they actually need an artificial drainage point so that the excess water can get out. This draw is the one that is from the fence back there.
Yeah.
And we are standing right here, all the way at this end. So that's what you are talking about when you're bringing a 6-inch up here. You're just looking at draining that corner.
In that northwest corner.
Northwest corner.
Do you have a slide rule that's just about pipe sizes?
Yes.
That might be the nerdiest thing I see all day today.
No, this is not. This is not nerdy. The number of questions. The number of questions he has. This is the quickest way to answer
give
that.
the answer.
You understand this thing now, right? Nerds feed the world.
Nerds feed the world. Nerds feed the world.
Now you are a communities field specialist.
Yeah, I do community economic development. Kind of the audience that I typically work with are elected officials, people who are the mayor of their town or the economic development director or the Chamber of Commerce. Today I'm showing them the brochure that we're using to market our Marketing Hometown America. Hi!
I'm Scott Sanders.
Hi, Scott Sanders. I'm Abby Gaffey from Extension.
Nice to meet you.
It kind of talks a little bit about whether your community is ready for this kind of a process, stopping the drain of population, looking at whether you have businesses that need to be going to a new owner, for instance.
100 years ago, we had 1,100 people living here.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we have a manufacturing outfit with over 600 employees working here, and we have 1,171 people living here.
Really?
In the last 9 years, we've built 3 new houses.
This sounds like a really good time then. People are kind of at the point where they're kind of tired of having the expert at the front of the room telling them that you need to do this, this, and this. This kind of leads them through a process where they come to those conclusions on their own.
People who are going through this training are the decision makers in the community then, or is it just the city council? Or is
No,
I don't think it's
no.
city council.
I think you have to be more broad-based on who you target.
All right.
So nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Ty.
Thank you for coming and meeting with
Yep,
us, and we'll talk to you next week.
I didn't know what all got into programming, especially for developing communities. So This is good information.
So much enjoyed going out and seeing that drone and how that all works and what that means for that farmer.
Yep.
Today I'm going to McKay Hall to learn more about AnswerLine from Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Ross. Welcome to AnswerLine.
Oh, thank you
Come
so
on
much.
in.
Yeah, very good.
We log all our calls. We just put some sort of a reminder about what the call was like, and then we have all these different categories: food and nutrition, food safety, food preservation. We eventually log these into a database on the computer because we answer calls for Iowa, Minnesota, and South Dakota.
Right. So how long has AnswerLine been in existence? Is it about 35, 40 years, something like that?
I think it's like 42 years.
Okay. For persons that have a hearing impairment or deaf, do you have TTY service so that they can call and communicate?
Yes, we've had that for many, many years. We have other people that call us on a regular basis, some that have challenges like they'd had a brain injury. So they seriously can't remember stuff that you or I take for granted.
Right.
And so we're always really happy to say, okay, you got this from the food pantry, and this is what you'll want to do with it. Oh, and we have a new email. If you would write 223, and each Ask an Expert has the number. Families Extension Answer Line, how may I help you?
Okay, well, thank you very much for your information.
Well, you're welcome. Call us again anytime, and I hope you enjoy your company.
Thank you, I will.
Okay, bye. See, we
There we
help
go.
the nicest people in the world.
Yeah. It's amazing the additional stories that come out when people are having a connection because you're a person and
Right.
trying to help and you're trying to
Right, and
provide an
you're not
answer.
going to get all that off an FAQ.
Thank you so much, Liz. I really learned a lot about what AnswerLine is all about and just the range of information, but also the connection that you have with, I was going to say with Iowans, but people in a couple other states.
It's a really fabulous job that we all really enjoy because how often do you get to help really nice people with problems and questions?
Well, mainly I know instead of trying to answer the question myself when I get those random calls, I can say contact AnswerLine.
Call Answer Line. We're always happy to help.
I'm at the Extension 4-H building getting ready to see Nicole. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. I feel like we're getting close. Do you feel like we're getting close? Marco!
Hello. Welcome to the State 4-H office.
You get a nice view.
I do have this awesome cubicle
I know, I'm really
here.
jealous.
So you know Mitch.
Yeah.
I get a cube next to
Oh my
Mitch,
gosh.
and then Brenda Allen is on the other side of me.
So like if you have any logistical questions, you just holler them out.
Yeah.
Is there something like easy for me to leave with a potential partner?
If you are wanting to hand them your business card.
Yeah, I haven't ever seen this one though.
It's got the same information
I've
that's on
seen
the
this
back.
one in the extension form, but I've never seen it in Clover Kids. So
I think it should be on my extension
Okay.
in the Clover Kids template section. The Clover Kids team is constantly vetting existing curriculum. So we're doing that. Maybe we're looking at 1 or 2 a month, but then the development takes longer.
yes. Would it be something that we could have these all, or even just the take-homes available in
Word?
well, translated. I've got the little 4-H pledge on the a bookmark, and one side has English, one side has Spanish, so I don't have to like assume who needs which one. I just hand everybody the same one. So that could be something on the take-homes.
This is what an actual lesson looks like. We wanted to make it really easy,
Yep.
so the first page, a volunteer can look at a glance and see, okay, this is the big idea the kids are learning about, and boom, boom, boom. These are the 5 things we're doing today. We definitely need each other
Absolutely.
to make our jobs work.
And I'm glad that you get to do all of the hard behind the scenes stuff so that I can do the fun, so I can do the fun on the ground stuff.
Oh my gosh.
That felt natural.
It's definitely more awesome than I expected.
Hi, I'm Rachel. We're here in Ames at the Sheeman Building for the 62nd Annual Shade Tree Clinic.
Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Welcome to
Thank you.
Sheeman and Shade Tree Short Course.
Thank you. We've got quite a crowd today.
Yes, yeah. We're close to 800. It's sort of an orchestra. Everybody sort of has their job to make it all happen. We're going to do the loop and check out all of the breakout rooms.
Okay.
Since we've got about 15 minutes before they start.
You guys probably could have a watch like tattooed on your arm
Yeah, I know.
with how much you look at the time.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony. Jennifer Vitt.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good to meet you. Well, if you need something, we're right downstairs at the reg desk. So
Okay.
if something goes wrong, don't hesitate to ask, or
Oh,
you
I
have my
haven't
cell
gone
phone
through
too.
that.
Obviously, we take care of all the marketing. So for this particular one, there's a program that we put out that gets mailed to all past participants.
Okay.
And then we create a website so that people can go to the website, get information, register online.
Do you have speakers presenting the same session multiple times?
We do, yeah. So a lot of them do repeat if we anticipate that it'll be a hot topic. Then also for this conference, people sign up for their session prior to when they
see.
register.
Okay.
So we know exactly how many people are interested in a particular session based on the registration numbers, and then that's how we make the room assignments.
I see.
The one thing that I don't do is I don't do content, but what we do is we help those experts to be able to outreach because they don't know how to plan events.
Yes.
They don't know how to feed 700 people in a facility like this. So they use us to be able to do that part so they can concentrate on the content. Let's go downstairs and register some individuals.
Okay, sounds good. You're my first person I've checked in, to be honest. Enjoy the conference. Here we go, Cindy. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Jennifer Vitt's great.
She is.
She keeps me out of trouble every year, and she knows how to run a conference.
How does you and Jennifer's roles intersect?
Well, this is my conference.
Okay.
But I depend on conference services to help me run it. It's just too big.
Being able to figure out what they need, certainly, what they want, and where they fall on the spectrum. In order for me to do my job, I really have to understand the full circle of what they need and want.
We are here at the Capitol, ready to go meet Rachel. Let's go.
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again,
Are
too.
you excited?
I am,
All right.
yes.
What we're going to do is kind of just try to center it. There we go. So our counties can check these out. We actually have a pop-up that counties can use for like 100-year events and things like that.
Gotcha.
So what we're here to do today is help thank them, of course, for the legislative support that they give to Iowa State and Extension and Outreach, communicate the value of that support and the return on investment through all of our impacts and programs that we do across the state. We've got our Data for Decision Makers reports. They're online, and these were hand-delivered to their mailboxes last week. This is an economic development publication hot off the press. There is an area that showcases all the different ways that you can engage with Iowa State in regards to economic development. This is a condensed version of our annual report for 2017 with some of those impacts that we'd like to share with them. This is just some brief talking points about 4-H. And then this is a new off-the-press annual report for our local foods program. They love getting these bags to put it all in, and of course at the same time, we're visible.
The photos that I take are usually ending up on SmugMug, and they're going to be able for county offices to be able to use some resources, flyers, materials like that. I use them for marketing materials and promotional items as well when I'm doing design work.
Yep.
And then we also sometimes use them for social media.
Okay.
Okay. That is good. So if we were to go and use that, this would be a good shot for me to use if I wanted to put copy here, text here, over some sort of social media post, or if I wanted to use it for a flyer. That's a great shot. Yes. Don't be afraid to put yourself in situations where you have to, you know, kind of wedge into a table like this, or get in someone's comfort zone a little bit. If you freehand it the whole time, it's very heavy. Yeah. So you see how close we can get?
Hello, would you like a bag? You're welcome. Would you like a bag? Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, John.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about you, John?
Good.
This is right now what our impact is of 4-H, and it's improving college and career readiness. Would you like a bag?
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, it's good seeing you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for coming today and taking part in this, and I hope you had a good time.
It was a fabulous day. Thank you for including me.
Yes, good to see you.
Good to see you too.